If you're like me, you're wondering why we haven't seen the Age of Heroes actually come to the public beta. Originally, we were supposed to receive that patch to the public beta on August 22nd. However, on August 21st, we got a post from Andy over on the forums saying that that was moved to August 29th. What's up, everybody? My name is Whack, and thank you for joining me for this video. Today I want to explore the reasons that we've been given for the delays to the Age of Heroes and see if we can decipher what's actually going on. So in the post from August 21st, they said we hit a last-minute snag during development this week, and as a result, we need to move the target public beta date to August 29th, a week from tomorrow. We still also plan to have the updated mod dev kit available at that date as well. Now, I think many of us probably jump straight to the conclusion that there's something inherently wrong with this patch. It's too buggy, it causes too much load on the system with the new settlements. All these things come to mind and kind of can play tricks on us or get us rolling in a direction that could be totally wrong. I think it's interesting that they said they hit a last-minute snag during development this week. And I want you to remember that terminology for a little bit later on in the video as we roll through to the next announcement pushing the public beta back even further. On August 28th, yesterday, we got a post to the forums pushing the public beta back to September 5th. And in that post, they said, "We are grateful for your patience while we are in the midst of our preparations for the release of the new Age of Heroes. However, due to some blocking issues discovered earlier today, we've decided to push the public beta once again. The new target date is now September 5th. We hope that these issues will be resolved in time to improve everyone's experience during the beta testing. Please note that these dates won't affect the duration of the public beta as we intend to keep it running for a few weeks as per usual." So I think it's interesting how the terminology kind of shifts here from what we heard before. I told you to remember what they said, but in case you didn't, it said we hit a last-minute snag during development on the post from the 21st. If we fast forward to the post from the 28th, we see that there are some blocking issues that were discovered earlier today. So that leads me to believe that there's some outside force that is actually affecting the date for the public beta. Now, one thing that I really want to point out here is that they say this won't affect the duration of the public beta. So it's very likely that we see the entire age being pushed back and that we will not see that age for some time. Now, I don't think they ever announced what date they plan to have the Age of Heroes come to the live version of the game. However, if what I'm reading is correct, we've pushed out the date for the public beta, and that means that the date for the live release is also being pushed out even further. So the real question we need to be asking ourselves is whether we should be concerned about the Age of Heroes update. And I don't really think that we do. I think that things happen and stuff comes up that are outside of the control of the development team, and they just have to kind of roll with the punches. That's the same thing we're going to have to do, and I know that we will because we're resilient survival game players. I think bottom line, probably the biggest issue that we have here is that Funcom announced a date and then had to change it a couple of times, and that just gets our worries going, that gets us concerned. And so unfortunately, we're in the position where we then start forming all these ideas and opinions about what's going on without any real information from Funcom about what the problem actually is. The best thing that we can come up with is just that they're having issues developing the Age of War. I mean, we don't know the inner workings of what's going on with Funcom. I personally don't know the inner workings of game development and what things they could be facing, but the little bit that I've learned over the years of covering games tells me that there are a lot of outside sources, especially when you're on all platforms, so PC, Xbox, PlayStation, all of those different places add to the difficulty and the complexity of launching a game or launching an update. And Funcom catches a lot of flack sometimes from the community, and a lot of times it catches flack from me. That's just kind of the way it goes when you have a passionate community or a passionate content creator that loves your game looking at things that just don't meet the standard of what our expectations are. And I think in this situation, our expectations were that we would have that public beta, and we don't. And we've seen that date change a couple of times, so we have to form opinions about what's going on, and the best that we can come up with is that they're having issues developing the Age of Heroes. I think at this point, the best thing that Funcom could do is either deliver on that time frame or just don't give us another date until they're 100% sure that that's actually going to be the date when they deliver this product. And at the end of the day, while it might be nice to know what the reason is that it has been pushed back a couple of times, it really doesn't matter. I want the patch, and I want it on the date that it's been communicated that we'll get it. That's what's really going to make me feel good about it. Not knowing doesn't really matter. Of course, it feels like it matters because we're in the middle of it now, but at the end of the day, having it is going to be way better than knowing what stopped it from coming. That's my 2 cents, my thoughts on what's going on with Funcom and the Age of Heroes. I want to know in the comment section below, what do you think is going on with the Age of Heroes? And do you feel like we will actually see the update come September 5th? I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. Don't forget to whack the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content. And if you don't want to be out of whack, there's another video on the screen right now that you can click to support more of my content.